with Venus sneaking up to a Pluto square, let alone that it's going to conjunct the south node, which has been a big thing. The south and north node just entered into a new sign, Aries, and Libra, which is the Mars and Venus dynamic, which is men and women, and channels, and of course all of humanity. It's just no coincidence that we start piping up about this most really it's not a very hearty subject matter. It's a low life subject matter, just dwelling on men and women. But there it is, the fact of life, that it's like a math. We look at it. What's happening? Men and women. Well, there's the sign of Aquarius right there. Humanity itself. It's just a wave. It's a vibrational frequency. It's operating that way. It's Aquarius. It's like again, I'll say waves. How water does that. Electricity really is what the symbolism is, but water being something we look into as one of the more electrically conductive. In fact, if it is highly electrically conductive, there's most likely water in it. But no, that's not saying much. I mean, there's metal. Electricity is its own property and its own intelligence, let alone water. And having said that, we don't know what it's doing underneath and what is going on there. So, but anyway, Aquarius, us as the aqua, we would be the very membrane through which all of creation is maintaining itself. What I really wanted to make this video about is the extremely hard times that we're going through. It's like, did anybody mention the blackout of what happens when the moon goes full? We're supposed to be kind of shutting down or closing out some cycles, cleaning up, but it really leaves off with a huge question. Like I was trying to tell you, it's like in case you didn't end what you're supposed to end, it's ending now. Whether you can control that or not, that's going to be interesting. See, change isn't bad. See, we have to change. See, ask water, in order for it to be healthy, it needs to be running constantly. Don't allow stagnation. Of course, that could be a metaphor for the nature of our very embodiment here, like what really works for us. Of course, you want to keep everything moving, and I mean, it's contradictory, because they say, no, well, stay still. I mean, you don't want to wear yourself down, but it's like, no, the wear comes when you don't have a rhyme or reason behind. See, when you are getting benefits, there's a rhyme or reason for why that you are moving. Let's just say there's resonance, there's a dance that moves with reasoning, and there isn't anything more joyful, because everything is connected. You see, I'm missing, see, it just comes to the point for me, hardly 4 minutes and 30 seconds here, by golly, that all of a sudden I recognize, well, no, we need a healthy human ecology. That's one of the, that, it would be contradictory. I mean, but of course, our inner reflects the outer, and what we see as an embodiment, let's say just as a presence, whatever hangs Jesus up over there and says, we are more real than that. which we don't know what that was. Was it a people, or was it something beyond that imagined mythical creature? Uh, as far as what's here, like just being, have you noticed anything? You see, you don't want to ask a narcissist this if you're a human being, if you have human qualities. And because a human, well, we're going to know that we're in a constant state of failure, for one. We have fallen short here, for two. And we're trying to stand up, number three. Well, all of that, they're not going to admit to it. They'll say, what do you mean? What, didn't you go to school? And well, that's too bad, because I make so much, or I'm doing. And it's like, boy, can you imagine the amount of fucking energy that's going on, doing, and how that we can see increasingly there's more and more problems not being solved. Why? Why? My experience, and boy, it's too bad you learn this on your own, and then you figure out, well, but what if everybody else found this out? Well, if everybody else found this out, they would find something that is the possibility within all, and it would be a much more harmonious place. The place would make sense if there is a place at all that is to make sense. Whatever developed out of having uh, did the work instead of um, uh, it's a matter of influence that comes to mind, and I'm just kind of randomly channeling here. You know, the human being is peculiar that way. See, I don't have a single like common thread with people. Not much. There is somewhat, and you can see how that. Of course, it's the narcissist. And when I say narcissist, babe, it's anybody that has a mind, and they let it be more real than a simple experience, and say they fact I'm an experiencer. That you're not the memory or the experience that causes the memory. See, I'm going to keep talking about this. By the time Pluto goes into Aquarius, I feel this passion drawing towards it. I mean, I lost my rooster dealing with how to change is just like that. You're going to lose some things, and you can be proud and do something different, or you can be humble and also do something different. One of them is going to pay off better than the other. Pride doesn't pay off. If you can rationalize, I mean, if you can reason, rhyme and reason, something beyond your ability to put together, but there it is. This is whatever the situation may be, and it could very well be, may be your life. I'm here to say you learn to accept. Accepting is a huge thing. That's beginning to say that's something that you need to slow down and realize it's on all levels that you'll begin to work that acceptance thing. In order for you to maintain simple awareness so that you don't stop learning, you don't shut down, you don't evacuate your own capacity to be intelligence. Now that's saying a lot, because we live within a society where anybody will tell you who is let's say who is, well, Christ, Jesus, whoever the hell that was, we don't know, babes. But let's say like Tesla or any great scientist, just a really intelligent person. Really, nowadays it's just somebody who has the basics down of how to maintain inner peace. If you would like to feel useful, awareness is what we need. And how that really flip-flops and turns around on us. Because why? We live in a world, it's just a fucking bucket full of slithering mania that money or whatever that is masterminding. And you get the idea that something like Jesus or whatever that story is, and the story of somebody who says, come on, what is that person saying? I'm not disgruntled, but I sure should be, shouldn't I? In fact, I think you're disgruntled, and humbly, we're going to evacuate from this plane. Everything we know might be of some use to us wherever we're going. You, on the other hand, like the story goes, like we said, you're forgiven for being whatever it is that you are. It really doesn't matter to us, in other words, and thank God we don't have to stay here